No, really pleased. It was a good goal, good pick out by Isaac. So.
Yeah, reggae boys fans, Burrel is on the charge, people. Burrel is on the charge. Yeah, reggae boys fans, Burrel is on the charge, Welcome back to the channel. Really appreciate you guys back here again. You don't know, remember, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. But the games just finished, reaction right after some games, a little bit of updates, reggae boys again. Look, Burrel is on the charge of not getting any minutes on international duties, and the player seems like him take it up on himself and say, hey, listen, not just for for the national team, but also for make a claim for his spot, because guess what? The players that were out and that injury list for QPR, they are coming back in the fold, yeah, especially their talisman Cheer. That player is not a striker, but him occupy one of those attacking position in QPR team as well. So players are coming back, and Burrell decided, listen man, coach, you give me a chance, me I go take it. They gave me a couple minutes off of the bench in the last game. We lose. Yes, me score, a goal that would have helped the team to come back into the game. You understand? Got the chance. He didn't bury that game to go 2-2 in the same Millwall game, the London derby. Burrell got a start in South Wales, and it's not just a Burrell show. It is a reggae boy show in South Wales, down at Swansea. Yeah. I think it was Seoto, the Asian player. Link up with Isaac Hayden over there on that left hand side, and Isaac Hayden make sure, look, he give him a dink at the near post, and Burrell is at the right spot at the right moment, and it's back-to-back goal for Rumarn Burrell. Yeah, hot reggae boy striker right now and farm making a claims. You understand? People did I say, I remember, I said it before, comments, people I say, yo, Burrell now really scored a goal, 2 from 2. Burrell have 4 more games left back before he have 4 more games before the international break for November, the last break of the year. So have 4 more games, and it's going to be massive, but 2 goals, and his team is right up there as well. Yeah, his team is right up there as well. His team I think is on 18 points. So big up to Burrell. Isaac Hayden, the fans them did a call for Isaac Hayden. I was looking at Twitter over the last couple of days, especially after the international break. But it's a little bit too soon, for players that's coming from across the Atlantic, especially from the Caribbean region, yeah. But he got the rest in the Millwall game, and he got this start over the other player Varane, which the fans say, hey, just give Isaac Hayden a chance. And I must say, like, Isaac Hayden was everywhere on that pitch. People, I was watching the game. Isaac Hayden was everywhere on that pitch. Isaac Hayden even showing up for the ball. Yeah, showing up for the ball in midfield. Actually pushing the ball in the final third as well, trying to make that final pass as well. He grab an assist, but he make attempt, to progress the ball, make that final decision, try to play the ball to his attacking players in the final third. And I must say, like, he was playing there, and he wasn't just like a holding midfielder, as it was like a rotation between the 2 double pivot in that game, versus Swansea. And I'm very pleased. I think in terms of his presence on the ball, in terms of wanting the football, in terms of touches on the ball, I think this is probably one of Isaac Hayden's better game, in the championship. Yeah, in the championship, I think he was up and down, even though Swansea got a red card. I think it was in the first half. They got a red card. I think the Swansea player, headbutt a QPR player. So Queen's Park Rangers for the last 15 minutes, they were dominating the ball. So Isaac Hayden was getting on the ball, and he was not say running the show. I don't want to get a bit ahead of myself, but it was just one of those mild, competent games from Isaac Hayden, where he was getting on the football, making things happen, try to play the final pass, try to play, the ball and push the ball into the final third for his attacking player. So Isaac Hayden first assist for the club. We're still waiting for Isaac Hayden first goal for Queen's Park Rangers. You understand? So 2 from 2 for Rumarn Burrell.
Rumarn, Jimmy, we'll start with you, Rumarn. On target, but a winning goal this time. How good does that feel?
No, it feels great. Obviously, the lads done well today. I mean, it was going to be a tough game either way, but we stuck through to the end, and got a result in the end.
How pleased were you with the finish?
No, really pleased. It was a good goal, good pick out by Isaac. So very proud.
And also, Bailey Cadamarteri. Bailey, I have this to say as well, that Bailey Cadamarteri haven't looked himself over the last couple of games, especially the game before he jet staffed to Kingston to come on international duty. I think they play. I remember they play, but Sheffield is on a roll at this moment where they lost their last 3: Coventry, Middlesbrough, and Charlton Athletic. So the game that I think they play Coventry. Yes, they play Coventry before the international window of October, and they lost that game, I think 5-0. He wasn't looking himself as well. Charlton Athletic, Middlesbrough, those last 3 games that Bailey Cadamarteri, featured around. Tough team. Those are the teams that Coventry is the league leaders. Middlesbrough is just, I think, around a point away from them. And Charlton Athletic at this moment is in the top 5. So, tough team. But Bailey's not really looking himself. But young player, you're going to get these, deep in and out of form from young players. But again, he's showing that right attitude, look. His demeanor, look at his facial expression. It doesn't drop, but his game kind of a little bit vanish away, coming off the bench in the last couple of games. It's been a rough patch for Sheffield. So maybe the rough patch of where the club is going in at the moment, it's kind of rubbing off. And Bailey, young player, I have a big video to drop tomorrow on Bailey Cadamarteri. Yeah, I have a big video to drop. His father did an interview and tell you the whole situation and how he influenced and making Bailey Cadamarteri to come and play for the reggaeboyz. So look out for that video. Will drop tomorrow. So Bailey, even in the game, he got to equalize. I want to say it was a half chance. Yeah, it was less than a half chance. And you guys can see it on the screen. But it was a ball that, kind of right upon him a little bit. But that's difficult to put away with 2 defenders right around him. That was difficult. But that's the only thing Bailey Cadamarteri got in the game. And even Rumarn Burrell didn't really, feature a lot in the game, as that was his only chance. But again, you have to make sure, look, when you get your big opportunities, when you get that moment, Burrel is a moment player. And that was the only moment, Burrel got in around the first hour of the game that he played. I think he played like the first hour, and Isaac Hayden played the hour and 10 minutes. So, yeah, man, big minutes. Glad to see that Isaac Hayden getting some minutes under his belt. And also, the Bailey Cadamarteri. I'm just saying, like, that was a half chance. But moving on, you would have seen even yesterday, in the midweek fixtures as well. But in the EFL trophy, John Russell would have scored. But there is some rumors that's going around with, Barnsley. Look, they asked a player, from early out in the season that, sign an extension. The player said, no, what I'm hearing from sources and reading up online and stuff like that he turned down extension of contract. He wanted to leave, and the club, I don't know if the offer didn't write, and that offer didn't really materialize out over the summer transfer. But again, man, I heard that, look, the player's not really happy of the situation, being such a important figure for the club last season, and not being that main guy in that midfield, being getting the minutes that he was getting, especially when the new coach came in the back end of the season, and he scored like 5-6 goals in the last 8 games of the season. So he was a very important figure around that Barnes team. But as I'm hearing, look, John Russell, is on the verge of leaving. There's a possibility that the player can leave in January, and more likely he will leave on a free transfer coming next summer. It will be, you'd be very surprised to see John Russell sign an extension at Barnsley, as he want to go to a higher league. But again, last season, but the summer that just went past was the best time to leave. Coming off of a very strong season. Now it's more of in and out of the team. We're seeing, the game coming back after the international break. He didn't feature in the matchday squad, as more likely it was a rest. He didn't even start in the EFL trophy game versus Manchester United Academy, where he grabbed a goal and the assist. It was a beautiful shot, one of those calm, cool and easy right in the left hand corner of the goalkeeper. So big up to John Russell. But yeah, not starting that game, you'd have been a little bit disappointed as well. But let's see what's going to happen, man. It's very keen to see where the player want to go, but the player aiming to go higher than where he's at this moment. But another one, played yesterday. TC Tyrese Campbell came off the bench and grabbed an assist for Charlton Athletic as well in a big win, big win. And the coach did a post game reaction where he was talking about, the influence of Tyrese Campbell and, how he came off the bench and, he kind of changed the game and bring a little bit more energy and pace to the game. And, that's back-to-back assists, for Tyrese Campbell. But you could see that he's another player that is a very important player for his championship team, coming back after, a long travel from in the Caribbean and then, getting the start in many games after the international window, getting a lot more minutes. So he played the last game yesterday. I forgot who they played. Charlton played a team, but they won. But Charlton is on a roll. I feel like a reggae boy player will get promoted to the Premier League this season. If you look at the top 10 of the AFL Championship this season, so many surprising teams in the top 10. I think when you look at 9 and 10, I think West Brom and Leicester is in 9 and 10, don't know in which order, but other than that, you see your Coventry, Middlesbrough, Bristol, QPR, some teams that you didn't expect to be up in that up in that area of the table. So blessings to the people. Thanks for passing through. But Burrel is on the charge. It's a reggae boy show in South Wales. One from another. You understand? Isaac Hayden to the man himself, Rumarn Burrell. 2 from 2, 3 from the season so far. Bless up to Burrell. Continue to put in a good work, my friend. Continue to grab your big moments, as it's not an everyday thing. But when you do get your moments, you have to set so make sure you put some bullet in the onion bag. You understand? So people, bless up on yourself. Thanks for passing through. Ciao.